Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Brad, this is John, and we are of course the Posh Kings.
Hello everybody. Well, it's been a bit of time since we have been back to YouTube. It was a holiday season. We were busy just like all of you.
Crazy holiday push.
We had to take a few weeks off. So here we are, and we're excited to be back. Today we're doing, of course, Reseller Q&A. There's a lot that's went on. And some things I don't even think we can cover because we'd be going too far back.
Yes.
But nevertheless, there are lots of great things that are going on and some questions. We typically get dozens and dozens of questions throughout the week in our Instagram account, ThePoshKings. ThePoshKings, our Instagram account. If you ever have a question, feel free to message us there as
Absolutely.
well. And with that being said, what we often get are lots of questions, obviously to do with reselling. Sometimes they're personal questions. Good ones, that is.
Yeah.
But we pulled a few today, and we're just going to kind of get started and go with it.
And again, these are our opinions. I know people ask us our questions, our opinions. We kind of just give.
And you know what they say about opinions, right?
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it.
But so, like, this is not set in stone. These are not the rules of the.
Just our thoughts.
These are just our thoughts and how.
And if you think differently, then cheers, cheers, cheers.
What works for you might not work for us, and vice versa.
Exactly. Now I have all of my notes on the phone. You know, the modern day paper.
Yes.
So first question, I think this is the one that we get probably every season, every month, and it just never goes away because things are always ever changing. And the question is, here we go. Why is this period so slow for so many? It's really slow, I think, for a lot of people. We kind of are multi-faceted sellers, meaning we are multi-platform sellers, but also we do posh shows as well as, or live sales as well as static listings. So it does help insulate us a little bit from so much, up and down. However, I will tell you, and a lot of our friends are experiencing major drops in their sales. eBay, just this morning we were talking to a couple of our friends who are extremely successful eBayers, and they're down almost 80 or 90%.
Very slow right
80 or 90%, which is pretty dramatic. You know what? eBay, who's to say, but I think there are a lot of just common factors across the board. Across the board. One, people spent more during this holiday season than I think they usually have.
Yeah, I think there's like record sales online. I think everyone saw that during the holiday season.
Record sales, record traveling.
Yep.
So people, look, during COVID, people held back, and then even after, I think people held back. So now people are really kind of out and about. I think a lot of people spent money on traveling that they didn't spend otherwise. So keep that in mind. People jacked up their credit cards. A lot of times people hold out until tax season, until they get their taxes back, which isn't quite yet. Also, this is something which is really interesting. It has been a warm winter.
Very mild across the country for sure.
Look, we live in Florida, as many of you probably already know, so we're again, insulated, to use the word twice, from the horrible weather. However, we also know that the the cold weather is really good for our business.
Yes.
When people are trapped inside their houses in the cold weather, they tend to shop and they're online more. It's been warm, so people aren't spending as much of their weekend in the house this year. So I really think the big one has to do with the weather. The weather in the tax season, people aren't shopping as much. They're out enjoying and doing things that they normally wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
These were big things also when we had our stores. We had a brick and mortar store. Same thing always happened. I think people tend to forget also this is how it's almost like what we've called the resale or retail wave. Look, holidays are busy. January, people are going back to work, kids are going back to school, going back to like your everyday life, so to say, after the holiday push. So right there, you see things kind of slump a little bit before it goes back up. Like John said also too, like when we had our stores, we really were relying on bad weather, as in like cold, snowy, cold weather, people stay inside.
We loved it.
When it's not so cold and wintry, so to say, there is an impact on how
and in Florida, because our stores were in tourist areas, When the North had a warm winter, we had a slow winter because people didn't have to travel so much to the warm weather.
Yes.
So I think the key really is every year, each season brings its ups and downs, and we get asked similar questions. It's going to be the same pretty much every year. The ups and downs, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
However, there are small fluctuations, and right now I really think much of what we're experiencing is the warm weather. Even though today the Northeast is getting pounded with snow. Could be good for the weekend.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, next one. What do you see selling now and in the near future? Strangely enough, we're seeing, and we have even experienced, because we are moving before too long, so we're kind of cleaning out, quote unquote, our closet, so to speak. So we're selling a lot of oddball things within our Posh shows that are primarily garments and accessories. Oddities. People are buying and spending more money on obscure things. Be it, I mean, obviously we all know that the cards, you know, the Pokemon cards and all that.
Pokemon.
Whatever that is.
Pokemon.
Pokemon cards. I've never had.
You can tell it's not our niche.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's huge. Anything, you know, people are buying vintage housewares. I see that huge collectibles. It's major. You know, if you can branch out, you know, let's say if you are a garment person or an accessories person, sometimes maybe to branch out, you know, and cover more categories, you can definitely pick up additional sales. I really see, because department stores are chock full with merchandise that cannot sell. They weren't able to dump winter. They just weren't, because it was too warm. So department stores are still, they have spring and summer on the floor right now, and they still have winter.
Yep.
That has not happened since the beginning of COVID, where department stores got caught with 3 seasons on the floor at one time. So that is not good for them. And look, it trickles down to us as well.
Of course.
Also, what's really interesting is we're already selling spring and summer. It's a lot, and it's doing well for us. So keep that in mind. People are ready to jump. It's a warm winter. They're ready to jump out of the cold weather clothing.
Or they're trying to, I mean, people have already planned, we've already seen it. We've already seen people already starting to take trips early. Winter, you know, trips. Obviously, people try to get out of the cold weather, so they plan their little winter vacations. People have bought cruise wear off of us already. We say it every year.
That's true.
People are already planning their winter vacations, so to say, prior to spring break.
Yeah.
So definitely, we've been selling a lot of like spring, summer, beautiful colors and stuff like that to make people feel cheery and happy and warm.
Also, something to keep in mind, it is tax season, to repeat that again. A lot of people, you know, they jack the credit cards up at the holiday season, and then they pay them off with their tax returns, and then they start all over again. This time of year, typically, it's not holiday-based sales. People are really buying for themselves. This is the time that people start buying things that they held out on. That could be a collectible, it could be a bag, could be a pair of shoes, or a certain type of garment, whatever. So it really becomes more personal, and that picks up a lot. So again, I really see these oddball things that people may not have purchased during the holiday season, be it for someone else or themselves. This is the time that normally those sales take place. All right, so this is a big one. How can I work smarter?
It's kind of a broad question.
A lot of times, it is a broad question. A lot of times, what we get in the questions, they're longer than that, but we have to kind of shorten them a little, because if not, we'd be here all day.
Because that goes down a lot of different avenues, so to say.
Yeah, look,
it's a pretty heavy question.
There are a lot of things. Work smarter, I always come down to the ability to work faster and work less, more efficiently, and increase your income. All of that in a package. Well, gone are the days, you know, when we first started out, and most of our contemporaries at that time, you know, we did everything by hand. We pushed the buttons. It was slow. It was a lot of work. we actually have carpal tunnel syndrome now, seriously, from being poshers and sharing our closets for that much. Yeah. So time. So of course, it is worth the investment to use a menagerie of great tools on the market. We're very, very fond of Crosslisting app. I apologize. That was my phone beeping. Got a Valentine's Day message. Of Crosslisting app, we have been using them for a while now. Obviously, it allows us to, cross post across multi-platforms. It just does a menagerie of things that takes the time and the heat off of us. We also love Posh Sidekick. Posh Sidekick is an amazing company. Magiscriptor. These are all wonderful tools, among so many that are really, they give you the efficiency and time saving. One, gives you more time to enjoy your life, as well as it enables you to make more money.
Well, especially because, like John said, we've been doing this for a while. When we first started, to cross list, let's say something from Poshmark to eBay, you take screenshots of all your photos, copy and paste all the important information, descriptions, titles, all the extra details you have to add in for all the other category requirements on any of the other platforms. Now, obviously we have all these tools that help us get it done quicker. Also, it's really amazing how we hear about AI now all the time, especially even before, I think starting like last year during the summer almost, I think it was even maybe before that, AI has really helped bump up the game. So now there are tools that we use, like John said, Crosslisting app, Magiscriptor, great AI technology that really does help you get your descriptions.
It's a game changer for sure.
Which help you with obviously great SEO, search optimization, so you can definitely get your merchandise out there and listings and product out there to as many eyes as possible to hopefully increase your sales and visibility.
Also, and I have to, just using a Crosslisting app as an example, first of all, it is an app, but it's also a desktop, the web version as well. Really cool. And they're available in the United States, UK. Canada, and the UK. In the UK, for those who are watching. And just a side note, they do offer a 7-day free trial if you want to try it. Look, it's worth a try. Give it a try. Make your life easier.
No credit card required.
We'll put a link in the
we'll put it in the chat. Right there. We'll pin it, of course. Definitely check it out.
Use tools.
Yeah.
Sum it up. Use tools. Save time.
There are a lot of things out there to help you. Like
because
John
you
said,
deserve to have
time.
A life as well.
Yeah.
I think resellers, we all get so caught up in, we work from dawn to dawn, we just work. You deserve to have a life outside of your work as well. All right, here we go. Okay, this is a really good one because we are very involved in live sales. The person asked, I want to do live shows / sales, but feel it's already too late to start because there are so many successful sellers already doing it. Is there still room for someone starting out? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like anything else or people come and go. So there's always more room. As well as you are an individual. You will build your client base, what you like to do, your own repertoire, and there will always be people that will gravitate to you. Definitely step out of the box, take the bull by the horns, and do it. It is so easy. Now, what I will tell you, it's changed a lot from its inception. We have worked on 3 platforms doing live sales. It has evolved tremendously. What I will say is, and I think this people get defeated in the beginning, you really have to pledge yourself to give it a month. Give it a month. Be kind of regular with it to build your clientele. You may only have 3 or 4 people in your first show.
Yeah.
It happens. But that's not to say you won't continue to grow. Also, no matter what you are selling, it is more of a volume. It is more of a volume method of selling. Even if you're selling Louis bags, let's go to the high end. Because of the volume of people that are selling all sorts of products, the price points have dropped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, initially when we first started watching Posh and not Posh, but also Whatnot and Galaxy, and because of the volume of people doing it, prices have come down a little bit for the things. So just know that, don't feel defeated, but work on volume, whatever it is. Try to sell more of the items and make your margin with doing that. Okay, next question. This is really kind of a big one, and it's a shame, but it is real. And the question is this: why have live sales become so controversial? As in the disagreements between sellers. First of all, we feel very, very fortunate. We get along with all the sellers. I can't think of one live sale person that we don't have a great rapport with. We respect each and every one of them. Everybody brings their own, flavor to the platforms. We couldn't say enough good. However, we all know, we see it around, there are a lot of disagreements and a lot of turmoil, really, and it is a shame. And this is something that we have seen for years, even before live sales, and that is, the slower it gets, the more fighting starts.
Yeah.
I think, look, everybody has bills to pay. People have a mortgage, rent, car, whatever it may be, food, children. So when the money is less, people start looking around trying to figure out why they're making less. And I think human nature, people point fingers at someone else. You know what really is important? At that point, just make your business that much better. Improve your business, grow your business, dedicate yourself to your business, and just shine. And that's really the way to go. It makes us sad to see so many people having such hardships and disagreements. Yeah. You know what? Just focus on your business. Don't, stay in the lane. Don't let the other things get to you the best you can. If you have a discrepancy, talk to the platform in which you're on, whatever the platform is. Now, what I will tell you, and I think every platform gets a bad rap, meaning that if you write a platform and they don't get back to you within 20 minutes, people are like furious.
Yeah, they go to like social media right away.
I think that the industry standard is
millions of users.
Sadly now, 3 to 4 days. It takes time. And you may not always like the answer, and that I can't say if a platform is right or wrong. That's not for me to judge. However, don't feel always that you're being ignored if it takes a little time. And also, I think sometimes from our experience, when there have been concerns, sometimes they're actually in the background trying to figure out what the answer is. Yeah. Not that they don't know how to run their company, but they want to give you the best answer, or they're trying to work it out for you in the background before they come to you. They want to be able to give you solid answers rather than just kind of saying, I don't know. They want to give you an answer if they can. So
because some of these concerns are complex. Yeah. And like John said,
and some of them are very valid, I have to tell you.
You have to remember too that there are definitely a lot of users that are joining every single day. So we're talking in the millions. And so you have to remember that obviously there's a lot of people using it. So they might not get back to you so fast on any of the platforms. Yeah. However, they will get back to you. Any of these platforms definitely will.
So we implore all of our fellow sellers, you know what, just try to relax if you can. If it's something that's really important, trust me, there are some important issues out there. Definitely work with whatever platform it is to the best of your ability. Try not to fight with each other. You know what? There is so much sadness and turmoil in this world. Reselling shouldn't be one of the issues.
Put that focus into your business, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you can.
And again, we love you all. We love you all.
You can stay focused. Yep.
I'm sorry, I cut him off.
You're good. Yep, exactly. Everything you just said.
That. All right. Final question. This one is always a controversial one. Is automation still so taboo as it once was?
Good question.
And this person said, I could not be a seller without automated help. I think, look, the world is automated now. AI, everything, the world is automated now. I would agree. I think without some form of automation, it really, unless you're just a hobbyist seller, you truly sell your own things from your own closet, which was, the inception of Poshmark. Most people aren't just selling their own things unless there are some people, but most people are trying to make a go at it. I don't think there's as much heat or side eye with automation as there once was. I really don't. I think typically it's kind of left alone. People run their businesses, and that is something I will say. Most people kind of stay out of each other's business and just understand that, you know what, you have to do what you have to do as long as you're not hurting anybody. And we don't want anyone to suffer because of someone else's decision, of course. I really wouldn't worry about it too much.
No.
I think those days are over. And trust me, in the beginning,
it was very taboo. It was taboo to even talk about cross-listing. I remember we started.
It was taboo to mention you sold to more than one platform. Like, you were looked at as a cheat. You needed a scarlet letter. Seriously, it was rough. So that is that's today's what's this? YouTube.
Q&A.
It's been a day already. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate each and every one of you. We are going to be more regular with our YouTubes, we promise. At least one a week.
Yeah.
At least one a week. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Brad will do the closing.
So definitely hit that like button if you want to see more content from us. Make sure you also subscribe to us if you have not already. We do appreciate all of you so very much. And definitely keep the questions rolling in. You can reach out to us.
It gives us something to talk about.
Exactly. On Instagram, you can DM us your questions. Any given time, we'll always look through them all and filter through and bring them to YouTube so we can answer them on here. Also, to remember, I'll add the cross-listing app link down below. Check it out. 7-day, free. Check it out.
Yeah.
No credit card
Free
required.
is free.
Yeah.
Free is free.
See if it works for you. I think it's amazing. John thinks it's amazing.
That no credit card thing required is pretty good.
Cool.
I have to tell you, Brad has spent a fortune in subscribing to things. When you get the free trial, and next thing you know, you get charged because you decided not to use it.
Yeah. So check it out.
Check it out.
Yep.
Take care, everybody.
Have
Be
a good
well.
one.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you on the next one.